The biggest home liquidation in history is about to unfold right in front of us. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. It's always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, oh my gosh, this one is spinning out of control. Congratulations to anybody that's stuck with this channel. This has not been easy, ringing the bell and sounding the alarm in the biggest housing bubble ever artificially produced in history. If you're new, subscribe right away. There has never been a more important time in U.S. history to get forward-thinking, critical thinking, centered and surrounded with like-minded people and friends. This is all unfolding just like we predicted. My gosh, the Kool-Aid drinking in this one was insane. The free money effect, the wealth effect. I always say this comes down to the psychology of people, the psychology of sales. And if you're not confident in that product, forget about it. Forget about it. This one is trending one direction and it is not up. So, you know, it's so funny, like in an earlier video, one of the things that I used to contend with constantly here is this isn't a real estate bubble. This time is different. I think we're way past if this was a real estate bubble or not, right? I think we're way past if this one sustains itself. I think we're way past if the dust is going to settle, there will be blowback, and we're going to pay the piper on this one. It's unfolding right in front of our eyes. Like I always said, I don't know. This was all courtesy of a pandemic. We're at the tail end of a pandemic and the front end of an economic recession. Those are the facts, my friends. So congratulations to anybody that's been able to stomach and tolerate the truth. It's not always easy, but like I've always said, iron sharpens iron. This is mental game stuff now. You know, money is great, but money can't buy you happiness. You probably heard that. There's a saying, money is the root of all evil. That is not true, my friends. It's the love of money is the root. And a bunch of people fell in love with money. And guess what? The Blackstones, the BlackRocks, the builders are all getting slammed right now. And here's the tricky part, friends. This is the tricky part. We saw more investor purchasing take place in this bubble than ever recorded in history. No shocker there. The biggest bubble in history is going to produce a bunch of new records. All-time highs, fastest bubble, you name it, it is all there. But here's my predictions now, my friends. Buckle up. I've talked about this. The investors and the builders and even the new individual home buyers that bought in those brand new housing tracts. And right now they are scrambling to finish a bunch of homes that got stuck in production. There is going to be, like I said, you're going to get into these new developments, these spec homes and tracts that are just built and they had all this new construction slated suspended. So you're going to get to finished houses and then just ghost town paved streets with no houses on them. That's what you're going to live next to if you bought in one of those housing tracts. And here's the tricky part. Like I said, these are all tied to investors and builders, and they're throwing stuff overboard. The cost to produce a house doubled because of the cost of materials. They are in a massive, they are so exposed right now. People are not talking about the exposure that these investors and builders are up against. And my fear on this one, and it's a healthy fear, and I want you guys to have a healthy fear too. Like I always say, hope for the best, expect the worst, then you come out somewhere in the middle. If you're lucky, and like I've always said, street smarts over book smarts. A little luck, you talk to any self-made person, they've had a little bit of luck, they've taken their lumps, it's just the way it is. Now, I've seen this movie before. That's why I came to the channel and started reporting on this stuff to raise awareness, ring the bell, and sound the alarm and let people know the biggest bubble in U.S. history might have some blowback. Yeah, Scott, but no, this time is different. Yeah, it is different. It's worse. This one is much worse, and we're seeing it now. So, out of the problem in the solution, we'll get forward thinking, critical thinking. First step of getting past the problem, admit there's a problem. That was a massive problem. We had way too many investors enter into the housing market, buy up all this stuff, and they're gonna fall and fall hard. If they can weather this storm, believe me, they are taking a massive Massive financial hit. And this is the thing, my friends. What we're going to see, these big housing tracts and developments with the FOMO factory model homes, getting people to tour in, go on tours on these model homes. They fall in love with them. They're staged perfectly with all the furnishings. They look so great. And then you get your house and it's just this empty white box. Doesn't look anything like the model home. Oh, and then you're packed in like sardines with your neighbors. There's no yard to speak of. You can't even see out the window. You look into your neighbor's bathroom. Who wants that? That's why I've always said I do not like brand new construction. I especially don't like it in a housing bubble. So what we're going to see, these are the neighborhoods that are most susceptible to the downturn because every single buyer in those neighborhoods bought when? In the height of a super bubble. Whew, insane the stuff that we have to talk about, right? So in forward thinking, critical thinking, this is what I personally can expect. And I think it's hard to argue with the truth, or at least basic logic, basic mathematics. Everybody that bought in these brand new homes bought in the height of a super bubble. And the builders and Wall Street investors that back these projects are scrambling for the exits. They're not building any more homes, even if they own the land with different phases of construction and more houses slated to come. They've stopped that. Unless they're funded, they are done. And my guess is we're going to see new homes to, like I said, streets, to just dirt, to unfinished neighborhoods. That's what you're going to see. It happened in the last one. I've reported on it before. I think I even showed some of that footage of a housing tract that happened in the last boom. Out there empty. Out there empty. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understanding the biggest housing bubble ever artificially produced in history, courtesy of a pandemic, is having its blowback. There are global fractures right now. Housing markets all over the world, and we have viewers from all over the world here going through the same thing. This one has my full attention. I know it has yours at this time too. What we're going to see moving forward is these builders, these institutional builders, these home builders and institutional investors start to run for the exits. They're stopping. They're just scrambling to try to get these things sold. We will see, I hate to say this, by the end of the year, like I've said before, we're going to be in an official recession. I'm sorry to be the one that has to say it, but I know by hearing it, you'll be less blindsided by it, having at least heard that. By next year at this time, I believe we're starting with the foreclosure crisis, and that hurts me even more to say. And it's going to start in these big neighborhoods, these housing tracts, these spec homes, where the speculators and investors came in. We'll see how many dominoes fall with them. I'm expecting bankruptcies, belly up situations for a lot of them. I'll continue to do my best to heat map, temperature check the real estate industry for all of you so we make wise decisions moving forward. If you appreciate the content, I do want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate here in America today, there's an email in the description for you as well. I have a network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. If you're watching on your television set today and you appreciated this video, I think you're going to love the next one that's coming into your screen. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I will see you on the next video.